Hi painters! So I'm going to go over this assignment for you. You've done all the steps up to this point, I hope. Please read your feedback you've gotten on the steps. One thing I noticed in the day 3 portion of this assignment is some people were confused, and I tried to give you feedback that clarified, but if that didn't work, then maybe this will. So you are now officially in the stage of this where you're going to be making art. Remember, amendment means make minor changes in order to make a fairer, more accurate, or more up-to-date explanation or story, right? So you're choosing a subject that you care about. It does not have to be the same thing that Titus Kaphar cared about, but you can choose. It's totally up to you. You are going to use Sketchbook Autodesk to take an existing work of art or a photograph, and these can be photographs you take of yourself or your family in order to set it up to tell your personal story. I want you to think about the ideas Titus Kaphar shared and how he was working to kind of like clarify any injustices. Just reflect on that in your own life. Many of you are kind of already on track with that. The images you use should be altered and changed and modified. You can decide how much. So the main things we're trying to do, you are trying to develop like some really nice pieces using the Sketchbook Autodesk. So using the skills you tested out in the last assignment. You want to create something that's expressive and powerful. And you want to think about ways you can use contrast, emphasis, and juxtaposition. So those things were illustrated and explained in the last assignment. So watch these little videos. So in the assignment here, I'm going to scroll over, I have another video on how to play with layers and distort layers. Many of you probably already understand this, but it's here to support people who haven't tried that yet. And then a couple different ways of erasing images are illustrated in this example. And then the steps are all here. You're going to insert images, change them, add layers, be meticulous about it, and really be fussy. As you're working, I want you to stop a few different times and take screenshots. So as you add different layers or try different filters or brushes and whatever on your image, stop, just screenshot the whole thing 3 different times when you're doing 3 different things. If you decide you like it, great, keep it. If you don't, then that's fine. You're going to turn in those screenshots as evidence of your process. So finalize your image by making sure everything is visible and that it's all cleaned up and you've really like paid attention to the details in the piece. You are going to turn in 1 notability note with all of these things in it. 3 screenshots of the artwork and where you experimented. 1 large version of your image. Please make it large. And then your response to the reflection questions or prompts over here on the right. So you can check these out. I'm asking you to think about or tell me about what the story is that you were telling and explain it. How did you change or combine images? You can go into detail with that. Where did you use emphasis, contrast, or juxtaposition? And a little bit of why. How successful do you feel your digital painting is and why? And what was the greatest struggle for you in making this piece? What would you do differently? And that should be a question mark. And then here is the rubric, so you can see how it is broken down. If you have additional questions about this, please let me know, but hopefully all of this information explains things. I'm going to pull up really quickly the sketch I inserted for number 3. So day 1, you were answering these questions. Day 2, the last part of day 1 is listing injustices of our time, things you feel are wrong, right? Or misleading, or people are misled about it. And then here's some images I collected about body image and how people are misled regarding it. And then these are my 2 favorite Titus Kaphar images that I found in that gallery, the link that's part of the emphasis, contrast, and juxtaposition PowerPoint. And then I was drawing some sketches. So in the 2 favorites, I really like the silhouette on the outside with an image on the inside. So in my sketches, I was trying to show like the close-up of a body And the close-up of a body with another body, or a close-up of a body with things on top or other smaller people on top. They're really rough in general, but they kind of build on my idea. I wasn't trying to exactly copy his, but I'm using these concepts. So hopefully that clarifies a little bit for you. Please email me or jump into Google Meet to ask questions today from 1:30 to 3. Okay, I'll hopefully see you soon. Bye.